here's my thing. I also think we, as a society, treat babies less serious than we do marriage.
Thanks for tuning in to the No Clearance Podcast. Now subscribe, hit that like button, and enjoy the clip.
No clearance. Now we move on to Casey's tea. Casey, what's been going on in the world?
Ladies and gentlemen, grab your teacups and clank them. We are talking about Miss Nikki Baby and LiAngelo Ball. So if you haven't heard, Miss Nikki Baby just welcomed her second child with LiAngelo, and just so that y'all have a little, he has two.
First of all, I think the youngest one.
He's the middle one.
Child. That's the middle one. The one, the sunglasses one. The one got.
That's the one who's swerving in the corner, getting milk and not coming back. So
not coming back.
Milk.
Oh shit!
No, not coming. Literally,
this
not
nigga went for a pack of cigarettes.
So basically, Miss Nikki goes on to say that he cheated and left her with these two kids, allegedly, and is seen with this other woman who goes ahead, gets on social media, Instagram, and says, you know, I'm not no home wrecker, this, that, and the third. This man loves it here type of energy. And I feel for Nikki, but I don't at the same time.
That's the black woman, right? That he's with now? That's the black woman he's with now?
No, not Nikki. Nikki is, I think she's like Italian or something.
Oh,
but
yeah, no,
the girl he's with now is black. But here's my thing. So I think oftentimes we see people treat a child like that's going to keep a man locked in. Mm-hmm. You understand? And just to help you break down the mentality, Nikki is about 34.
Okay.
LiAngelo is about 26. Okay. Now, we all know that women mature faster than men. This is scientific. You know what I mean? Not my fault. Men mature slower. He is 26. He's been in the limelight for quite a bit of time. So I would like to say that I feel like that delayed his process because you have access to everything. So you don't know, how can I say this? You have access to everything. Yeah. Like you get your way more than the average person.
And you don't ever have a lot going on.
You know what I mean? So I think that hinders somebody's maturity, right? So do I think their love was fake? No, I'm sure that he felt some type of way towards her and had feelings for her. I think she had feelings towards him, but I don't think that they should have had the kids. Now, I think every child is God's gift to earth, but I think we need to be thinking about when we're bringing kids into this world, this man showed you who he was before you had this second child, right? And this is, once again, we see this in real life, celeb life. I just feel like you didn't solidify that relationship enough when that first baby was born to then have the second one. And for him to leave so quickly, I mean, not saying he's not a deadbeat, because if he's not in that child, allegedly, if he up and left and is not involved in the kids and, you know,
I would not allow that.
You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is you can't hold a man to something that he never showed you. And I don't know if he showed her that he's really about this family man life. He's really still young. So I don't know.
Lavon's probably pissed.
Can I respectfully say this whole women maturing faster than men? This is kind of some bullshit. Now
you can look it up.
I know scientifically, look, probably, physically, sure, but at the end of the day, that's a little, it's a bit of a stretch. It's a bit of a stretch, I must say.
I wouldn't say it's a
here's
stretch.
my thing. If she was so goddamn mature, she wouldn't have.
Ooh. Okay, Tyler, you might have it. You might have it.
I didn't want to say it.
But here, so then,
come on, dog.
The bed rolls two ways. It takes two to tango. You know what I'm saying?
Hey. So I thought that way as well, right? I was just like, okay, what if she got caught up in the infatuation, right? And wasn't really love, but it's like, oh, I like touching you, you like touching me. Or here's my thing. She's 34. They love to tell women ooh, that's a geriatric pregnancy. You know what I mean? You getting up there. So maybe she felt like, hey, let me just get my kids and be about my business.
I just feel bad for her because she doing this to the brokest ball brother. Like she gonna do this with the brokest ball brother.
Bro, he got an 8-figure deal.
Yeah, but he's still the brokest ball brother. Now he got an 8-figure deal. Before he got the 8-figure deal, what was he doing? He wasn't even playing overseas. He wasn't playing overseas. He was begging to get in his motherfucking G League.
You don't know how he was getting money out here.
Of his brothers. I know what he was doing.
I would say this. I do think that there was probably a shift because I'm not going to hold you. I hate when motherfuckers say money not going to change me. I promise you. Let me get 8 figures in my account. I'm not going to the hood at all. I go once a year, give out turkeys.
He ain't from the hood.
I'm changing.
You know what I mean?
But this is what I'm saying. I think his mentality, if I'm the middle child, I'm like you going off what you said, Jalen, he's not the one that gets all the attention. The oldest and the baby is getting, more of the accolades and the attention as far as sports go. You kind of feel like, okay, maybe sports is not my thing, but what is? You're trying to figure shit out. You get into music starting to pop. People really fucking with it. You start to feel yourself.
You got a little.
And I think that's the other thing too. He felt he's like, oh, I'm starting to find my purpose. These kids is gonna hold me back. This is
how
all
you feel
alleged.
About
alleged. I'm not
how
saying
you feel about. You ain't got to answer this, Casey. Mind you,
yeah.
I don't respect cheating at all. I don't respect cheating. But how you feel about a nigga with a white woman cheating on her with a black woman?
I mean, I think God is good all the time, huh?
I thought see, here's the thing. The man really swerved in the corner. Whoa.
He swerved in the corner.
Because I'm going to tell you right now, he was with this little pretty light-skinned girl that played for UCLA back in the day. And he left her for Nikki. What's her face? Miss
Nikki Baby.
Who is this Miss Nikki Baby?
What does she do?
Miss Nikki Baby was introduced to the world on Love and Hip Hop, as all good law-abiding citizens are.
Damn,
she was on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood.
She looked like she had a couple surgeries.
She has.
She's not a very attractive woman.
I say that respect.
I don't think. Here's my thing. I don't think Nikki's ugly. I don't think she's ugly. I will say we got to chill on the procedures though. Like she's one procedure away from like not having a nose.
Yo,
Michael Jackson.
That's
like
that's
thin.
That's unfortunate.
That's just too thin.
That's extremely unfortunate.
I don't think she's ugly, but
I
don't think she's ugly. There's worser people.
No,
I'm not a fan of her face.
I am quite surprised at LiAngelo though, especially with who his father is.
Yeah.
But mind you, I think how many kids Lonzo got?
Lonzo got one. I think he only got one.
I am surprised at the way he would be moving when you got two kids when you got two kids. That's just at some point it's like there's no women that can do is going to break this family up. I'm sure he's a good father and all, but it's a tough situation.
Here's my thing. I also think we as a society treat babies less serious than we do marriage. You understand?
I think it's the opposite.
No, I think that we motherfuckers out here popping out kids like nothing.
No, they do.
You know what I mean? But they don't get married. They don't see marriage as something that's like people like, oh, that's just a piece of paper. I don't think people understand what marriage symbolizes and understand.
That's what I'm saying, though.
You know what I mean?
I think brothers out here take marriage more seriously. I think that's what you said, right? They take having kids. Okay, yeah, you're right.
No, they take having kids less serious. Yeah.
No, I think I actually do think they take having kids more serious because I feel like it's more in the sense of now mind you, I know they ain't thinking about it when they up in that coochie. But there's also a thought for a lot of dudes that is like populating the earth is a little bit more of a
priority.
A priority,
which is a strange thing. I don't know why.
Well, a lot of dudes feel like
and
a lot of dudes feel like they can be better fathers than
husbands.
She's a talent.
Which do you think that like is a real thing though?
I feel like it's a connected thing. It's supposed to be connected.
It's very connected because you can really only raise a good child. I don't. My opinion. I'm not act
Yeah.
like I'm an expert. You can only really raise a good child by like showing them how you treat
Each
your
other,
spouse.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It's something that's got to be visible. And it's just but you can also show a child how two people can like
Mhm.
effectively communicate, and they don't have to be together, right? They could effectively communicate and raise the child, together. But if it's toxic, then that's different. But if y'all know how to work together and raise them,
I think us as a society, our generation, we're just having way too many kids. And like I said, I'm not somebody that quotes the Bible, but he went off about wedlock. He did his big one. That was the
KC.
firest bar. Yeah.
KC, niggas in the 60s and 70s was having 8 to 10.
They was having a lot of kids.
Think about 5 to 10. Like we not having that many kids.
My mother
families
was
way smaller.
My mother was one was the only girl of 9. So
yeah, families
my
are
mom
way
is the only girl
nowadays.
of 15. So but here okay.
No,
but
they
here's
had
my
less
thing.
money. There wasn't that much
No,
money.
they had less money, but this is what I'm thinking. There was more of a family unit. Like what you're talking about, Tyler. You're saying marriage or not, we are unit. We're lacking that unit piece.
Yeah.
Like we're just out here having kids, but we're not like, oh, that's still your father. That, you know what I mean?
Because I got some
fathers
aunties
was
and
having
uncles.
2 families back in the day.
It's dysfunctional. There you go. It's not as tight. Yeah.
I got some aunties, and they're my uncle is not my uncle by any means. Besides that, they have a bunch of kids together. But you still call him your uncle. They ain't never been married. They ain't never.
That's common law. Yeah.
Nowadays, people have the babies. They break up. They don't try to make it work. So
See. So maybe it's not the kids. So maybe I think you're right then. It's the marital relationship shit that it's not tight.
Yeah.
But that goes more to the point of like we're having kids with people that you don't necessarily really know for real. And then it's like you have this kid and it's like, oh, you're actually an asshole. You're actually not a good person, but I've already had this kid. You know what I mean?
Now you're stuck.
That's what I'm saying. Like we're not treating having kids as like this, like you're locked in for life. Fuck 18 years. That's until
it should be something that scares people more. And it doesn't.
And you know what? And I'm going to take it to the hoop one more time. People don't understand genetic makeup as well. Huh? Okay? You gotta do. No, I'm being for real. You gotta do your background check. If we both carry fucking sickle cell, that means we're going to have sickle cell. This is stuff that you gotta look into. Like I say this trying to be funny, but I'm being for real. You gotta know your partner's history, their family history, and stuff like that, because that is gonna be on your child.
You gotta know if gout runs in their family.
You gotta know if that baby gonna have the gout.
You understand?
You
gotta know if he gonna have the sugar at some point if you feed him too much. You know what I'm saying? You gotta think about these things.
Gout isn't something you carry.
I don't know if it's genetic. It just sounded good at the time.
Just go with the joke. Motherfuckers be too worried about the height. No, baby. What's going on in the inside of that baby's body?
But, to get all seriousness, I understand your point now, KC. People do not take people take marriage. I feel like people take marriage more seriously than having a baby for sure. Because people be like, "Oh, we getting married, we have to be together forever. This is a real commitment." But they don't think that of having a baby is the same level of commitment.
No,
they just going in having
popping them bitches out,
having unprotected sex, just dipping and dabbing.
And then you talk about, oh well, you know that witch is crazy and da da da. She was crazy before you put that in her.
Yeah,
you knew.
Yeah, you knew.
I also think niggas ain't pay attention in health class.
That too.
I truly think a lot of niggas don't be knowing that this they don't believe like science really works.
Niggas really believe in the pull-out method like crazy.
Well, and also a lot of women out there don't believe science works.
That's you're
right.
You're not out here on the, you want to get freaky, but you ain't on that IUD. You ain't on that.
No, you ain't got no control. No, but we did it doggy style. You can still get pregnant, baby.
Bruh.
There ain't no position that can protect you from that. I'm just saying. So just,
You just
God
gotta
bless y'all, man.
You gotta watch who you have babies with, because situations like this continue to happen, especially in black entertainment. The white folks don't
LiAngelo,
talk
keep your head
about
up,
their
my boy.
situations as much as we do.
keep his head up.
Keep your head up, my boy.
Keep your head on a swivel, bro. Keep your head on a swivel. He
Fuck
always
a swivel.
he doesn't know how to because he got caught stealing.
No. But respectfully, Casey, like,
He got a black
it's
woman
gonna
now.
be a long road for this nigga. You got 2 kids with a woman you not with. You got to deal with not only you're not dealing with the kids. You raising the kids, but you got to deal with the baby mama. That is not anything I would wish upon any black man.
You know what? I would not wish that on a black man. But you know what?
So all
I
I'm
don't
saying
know how many minutes or seconds that was to get those 2, but I hope it was lovely.
But that's what I'm saying, though, Casey. I hope my nigga keep his head up, bro. Keep pushing.
I don't
man.
want
Get your
anyone
money.
in these
That's all it is.
situations. You know what I'm saying? It always gets messy when they break up and then get a new person.
And
it's
then
always
it also
disgruntled. Someone's feelings is hurt. It's so sad. It's a terrible situation.
Here's the other thing too. The black woman that he's with, I'm kind of looking at you weird because this second kid is fresh.
Yeah.
So you with a man, you know what I mean?
Baby.
I think that's telling of who
She
a
chasing
guy
the bag.
is.
She swerved bend the corner. Whoa.
And so he needs to keep his head on the swivel because now women are gonna come to him because they know that he's coming into money.
You thinking Jello hopped on the first chick that gave him a little bit of play while he's popping?
I think so.
Oh man, Jello, man.
I just
I can't judge nobody, man.
I'm be honest with you, the brothers never been the best
decision maker. I just need him to focus.
You got
no, they just need to focus.
He ain't never been the best decision maker. You know,
he really needs to be careful.
Homie,
I need his dad to kind of keep him. You know what I mean?
Grew up in the suburbs, in a rich neighborhood. He's 26 years old. He's 26 years old.
Pops can't do nothing now.
Yeah.
Pops can't do nothing.
His father could just shake his
head. I
head.
just don't want him to blow through this money.
Pops got all 3 of his sons a good chunk of cash. He done. He retired. He chilling, man. He chilling by the lake.
Him and his wife. I'm hoping she is still recovering from that stroke from a couple years.
Big facts. Yeah. So shout out to the
Ball
family.
I used to watch the show.
I used to watch the show too. That's how I knew about the little light skinned girl from UCLA.
Well, that is Casey's tea time.
No Clarence.